I think people respect what respects them. They don't respect what doesn't respect them. As far as yabo, the local industry, it doesn't respect my artists alagangwan, right? Because I used to be a part of a like a dance group,
What is it called?
Tribal Misfits. So I stopped.
Tribal Misfits.
Yeah,
What
Tribal
whichever never
Misfits.
saw it.
All I'm saying about Hypnotic is they need to really just rebrand, man. Because a lot went wrong, man, with that whole show. Firstly, you've got more followers than this guy. Secondly, you've got better streaming numbers than this guy.
Say Lapo.
Thirdly,
Damn.
you're just musically doing better than this person. Why
Than
am
the
I
other
waiting
person.
for you? Yeah, you're musically.
And so tell me what's happening. Welcome to another segment of Talk Entertainment and Arts. I am your host with the most, Babdamini, your girlfriend's daddy. And on today's episode, we are back at East Lounge Babane. Shout out to East Lounge. They're located by the MVA building, Singapetelo Road. You guys should come through, have a drink with your partner, have a drink with your friends. We're too cozy today. And on today's episode, I am joined by the other person. Like, I literally mean the other person who's sitting opposite of me. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? No, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling nice. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone is good. Hope we're just gonna have a lekker show, man.
Are we cozy today? Manang makate mbabane, guys. So we had to bring our shades out. Otherwise, make sure you stay warm this winter. Make sure you're cooking wherever you're brewing. But yeah, how you been, bro?
I know I've been good, man.
I
I've
think it's
been
my
alright.
first time meeting you. I've never.
Oh, for real?
Never met you
I
before.
think it's just because I'm just not an outgoing person, man.
I was sure
Always like to
about
keep
me.
to
nigga.
myself, bro. Just like to keep to myself, you know. Do my own shit, you know. Make sure that everything is just. I like to plan shit,
You like to
basically.
plan. I feel
You don't just bump into me, just in You
you-
understand? Yeah.
I was
Need
shy
to
my
know.
errands.
No,
So shy
no.
around.
I do things at a certain time when they need to be done. You
Okay.
get. So yeah, it's a very hard thing to.
Where you
just, like,
from?
Originally,
Mm.
Manzini, Fairview,
Manzini.
yeah,
Where you currently staying right now?
Joburg.
Joburg.
Currently in Joburg, bro. Like, full time.
Mvales this south. It's not. I can tell it's the north side English.
Yeah,
I
but
ain't
yeah.
decent though. Like I'm
No,
just.
nah, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just based in Joburg. Been there for a minute now.
Yeah.
Been there for a minute. Left this place, I think 2017 should be. So I've been there since then. But I do come this side every now and then, you know, especially when it's time for me to like make music and shit like that. Because I can't really write proper shit when I'm that side.
Why?
So I gotta come back home, you know, refresh. Because home is like farm life, basically.
Okay.
Kale plazi. It's like a blaz. There's like tingomo and shit like that, you know. So get to like refresh, unwind, write proper shit.
Kunanga Jones. I'm interested. Like why can't
It's
you write music in
busy,
Jones?
bro. It's busy.
It's very
Yeah,
busy.
Joburg is just like.
But there's so much content, like things you can talk
Yeah,
about.
there is content, but problem with Joburg is you need to be like a Joburg native in order for you to like really just pop off like that.
Or you need
Yeah.
to be tapped in
Yeah,
with the
you need to be
people.
tapped in like that. You need to know people. You need to know where to go, spots to chill at. You know,
Yeah.
basically, you just need to have connect. Basically,
Damn. In everything you do, pretty much you need connect.
yeah. But hey, we back. I think I'm gonna be around for a few weeks because I'm just like finalizing some music things.
Okay. So is the music like a part-time thing or is full time?
That's full time, bro.
Like you just wake up and rap.
I don't wake up and rap, but you know, yeah.
Say full time though.
But you know, like we wake up, we just try get to the money.
Try get to the
Yeah,
man.
try
you
get
just
to the
rap.
money, do the music, and that's just that, man. I think that's just my life. Music is it's just like what I do on a daily.
Before you were the other person, you used to go by JR.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's like ancient shit.
Yeah.
That's like ancient shit. Yeah, JR. Hey, I'm just with JR, by the way. The other person,
Washington Jalan.
I just had to let go of JR because I just fell out of love with dancing. I don't dance anymore. I used to be a dancer back in the day, believe it or not. But yeah, I just woke up one day and said, "Hey, you know what, man? This life is not for me."
The dancing life wasn't for you.
Because crazy thing is, back when I used to dance, right? I used to write music, but I just never put shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got to a point where I felt like, I think I'm at the point right now where people might just, vibe with my sound and shit like that. That's when I
Okay.
started now putting shit out. But you learn along the way, made a couple of unnecessary music put out, unnecessary collaborations that
True.
like make no sense, And it's only like right now where I'm really just locked in, tapped in, and just focusing on music. But yeah, JRA, that's just like ancient things.
I don't know. I kind of feel like you could have made it work because like you were dancing and you could make music. It kind of goes hand in hand nowadays.
Yeah, I think at some point you check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like go back to the dancing, Not really go back, but incorporate it onto like the music side of things. You check.
I'm actually interested in knowing this. So you just woke up one day and you're like, you don't want to dance anymore.
Yeah. That's like legit how it happened, bro. I just woke up one morning and I was like, hey man, I'm never dancing again. And from that day, it's like 2020. I stopped dancing like 2020 because I remember I think that was brought about by what's this? I did a gig with SPTC, right? And everything was cool, but yeah, it got to a point where it was just like weird. So I just felt like, hey man, I don't want to be in the line of fire. You check from like the executives or whoever.
Challenges and then we get
No,
over
they
it.
paid.
Oh,
they paid. Yeah, they paid. Like a good amount even. You check. But the problem is,
Are you guys dancers used to get paid tons of money.
I don't
Back
know,
then in
man.
roadshow days.
they used to. I never used to do road shows, by the way.
You never used to do road shows.
No. I never used to do road shows. What we did, what I did, right? Because I used to be a part of a dance group,
What is it called?
Tribal Misfits. So I stopped.
Tribal Misfits.
Yeah.
Which
Tribal
one I
Misfits.
was still with?
No. I think it was Beanie and then G-Man. Like two cats. So I stopped dancing with them at Tribal Misfits in like 2008, long ago, man.
Yeah.
And then 2017, I just went to SA, started pushing my own shit, got into a couple of shows, met up with a lot of people. Surprisingly enough, I ended up doing big shows, like Castle Light Unlocks. I was there with Travis Scott. I was there with Bryson Tiller. I was there with a lot of cats.
I remember that I think it was a 2016
that situation. Because I
Yeah.
know the guy who does choreo for Waffles and Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were tight with that dude, at that time. So he plugged me with like a few things, Yeah, shout out to Lichi. Yeah, he plugged me with like a few things and then it picked up, We did shit, but I just woke up one day. I got called this side for like gigs and shit like that. But the SPTC situation, I just like to leave it back there because, hey, man, it got super weird with like that people in like the higher rankings of like the company, So kind of had a fallout of some sort, but the money was nice. I won't even lie.
You don't miss the money.
It isn't really fulfilling when you're doing something that you don't like no more. You get? So I'm that type of dude. If I don't like shit, I'm not gonna do it.
Not even for the money.
Not even for the money, bro. Not even for the money.
I mean, you used to like this thing. It
I
would
used
come
to.
easy to you.
Yeah, I used to, yeah. But not anymore, bro.
I
Right now, it's
disagree
on
with that, bro. What you mean, dog?
No, for me. But because,
Damn.
everyone is different, bro. Everyone is different. Some other people just do anything for the bag. Me,
Of
I don't
course,
think,
not
bro.
anything, but like this, your field. Was
Yeah.
okay. Me, I can do A, B, C, and D. And if someone is like, "Yo, here's a 10. I need you to do this for me," dance maybe for 2 hours.
I don't dance, bro.
You
I never
just
used to.
don't dance.
Hey, and crazy part is, my rates back in the day. It's like 2017, bro. 2017, 2018. I used to get called to do sets. I remember, I'm not gonna say which company this is, but I did I think it was like a promo video. It's like 30 seconds, and they gave me like 120.
1,000.
Yeah, 120K. And that's a Swazi company. That's a Swazi company. By
Wait,
the
hold
way.
on. They paid you
They paid
120,000
me
to do a
120K.
30-second video.
Yeah. The problem,
2017.
yeah, 2017. The thing is,
Oh, man,
there's a lot that goes
man.
into.
Wait, hold on.
There's a lot.
Hold on. You're rushing the conversation here. You're rushing the conversation.
No, like real talk. But I'm not out here to like out people.
I understand that, but in a situation like this is new information to me, and I didn't know that as a dancer you could get paid 120,000.
It depends on what you.
I know you were good. Like I know you.
Yeah.
I know your name used to pop out now in the JR as a
spaces that you've been in, the people that you know, the people that you've been around. You check, because if you bring receipts of you with Travis Scott dancing alongside that nigga, bring receipts of you dancing alongside Bryson Tiller, bring receipts of you just like hanging out with like these A-list people. People obviously gonna wanna associate themselves with you, right? And when they do that, they obviously wanna give you the money because they know you're gonna deliver.
Okay.
You check.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that was my situation. But the money was okay, bro. The problem is, it just wasn't fulfilling anymore. The dancing. You understand? I had a different mindset, different priorities. No, no, man. It's just, I just fell out of love with dancing.
For
bro.
real. Like I'm shocked that you can fill out with something that's actually paying you and you actually like to do it.
But the music, bro. I think the music hasn't really started paying the music, but at some point, I know for a fact we're gonna be touching those ends soon, bro. Soon, definitely.
I would like to do a poll in the building, guys. Would you rather dance or make music? I mean, in terms of locally. I'm not saying it's like cha-cha, but locally, guys, locally. Would you rather dance or would you make music?
I guess it depends.
Locally, would you rather dance or you make music? In the stage by this piano, just if you're saying dance, say dance. I'll just count.
Okay, but take into consideration the fact that 2017 there was no piano. Or it was just like,
Nah, we're talking about now, though.
Oh yeah, right now dancing makes sense, right? But dancers work for musicians. You got, so that's the situation right now. If you understand that, then you're gonna just be next level with it. Because every dancer that you see, they work for people who are artists. Casper has dancers. Waffles has dancers. She pays those people. You understand? So would you rather own the whole pie, or would you rather get paid the crumbs?
You had the whole pie though.
But like 120 racks isn't the whole pie, dog. Imagine the musician who is getting paid $1 million and then they give you 100K.
When I'm saying you had the whole pie, I mean in terms of, but you had the cloud from dancing, you had the pipeline from dancing. Yeah. Now imagine in a situation whereby you dance, and then you put on your song, then you start rapping and dancing.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that point, but you need to understand this, bro. You check music is forever, bro.
I feel
you can just write, even if you're like 60 years old, 70, you can still write. You can just take a pen, write. But dancing, bro, you need to, hey man, I'm old, basically. I know, man. Hey, at some point, bro, and shit like that, So you check.
I've got a question.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you stopped dancing in 2017, 2020?
Yeah. 2020, but I think my last gig was in 2018. I did Hypnotic. I did Hypnotic in 2018.
Didn't you consider taking your dancing to TikTok?
I did.
Because I mean, that's when TikTok was.
Oh, yeah. Crazy enough, I was like a TikTok dancer.
Okay.
And that's why I kind of like got a lot of following. And then I had to like remove myself from like the whole dance thing.
Yeah.
And just focus.
The babies are too much now.
Hey, no.
I'll put on just don't want to. The babies are too much now.
Nah, bro. No. But hey, man. Yeah, I don't know. The hands were there. I don't even want to lie, but
10s or 5s. Because it's important. They might be there, but what is there?
Yeah, mostly, higher ranks. You
Tens
understand?
of
Higher,
fives.
higher ranks, bro.
Oh, so you had
Higher
tens.
ranks,
You had
higher
tens
ranks.
on you.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, higher ranks, bro. Higher ranks, higher ranks.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. So from 2020, you stopped dancing up
Yeah.
until you started making music. You got
Yeah.
comfortable to go into the studio. Why chose the name The Other Person? What's up with that?
The other person, bro, it's just different, man. There's always that other person. You understand? And for me, it stems from like a perspective where there's always someone that is overlooked, that is actually dope, and that is the other person. You understand? People are just like, that's that other guy. There's that
So
other
you-
guy. A situation like you check
So you're never the main guy.
I don't want to be the main guy, bro. I never want to be the main guy.
Okay.
I never want to tell people that I am the main guy. You understand? I want people to say, bro, that guy is him. Because I don't make music for myself. I make music for a certain demographic that I would just want to listen to my shit. You get?
You're not
And
for everyone.
yeah, I'm not for everyone, bro.
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm not for everyone. And everyone that listens to my shit understands where my shit actually comes from. You understand? Because everything I do is just for the people, man. For that other person that isn't myself.
Do you think what you trying to sell is sellable locally? Regarding the fact that besides about Nemhlane Nembelego, we in a country where not a lot of people have their focus on hip hop, especially conscious music.
100%.
Do you think you're gonna make it work? What's the plan?
I think people should understand the fact that some of us aren't really, and I hope this doesn't come out the wrong way. You check, some of us really aren't making music for the Swazi market.
Okay.
We're just not doing that. I'm not doing that. Me personally, my music just it doesn't. I don't wanna hit the Swazi market. I don't want to say I don't care, right? But the Swazi market isn't going to pay my bills. Swazi market isn't going to put my kid through school.
But you gotta start something. You can't just,
Yeah, I've already started, bro.
pop out it.
Started this shit way back. You check. I've been dancing. Now I'm just into the whole music thing, and we're just trying to take it international, global.
Okay.
Because if people listen to the music that I make, they understand the sound and they understand the quality of it. Because I don't want to compromise anything. You understand? I don't want to appeal to SBIS. I don't.
But you're trying to pop out at Bushfire though.
Yeah, but I've been a bushfire.
I mean, you're trying to pop out there right now with the mic. And you're trying to do that.
Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not saying Swaziland is just nothing. You understand? But it's just not for me. It's just not for me. I appreciate the culture. I appreciate Swaziland. I appreciate everyone.
Are you losing
Love
me,
to
bro?
my people, bro. Love to everyone. I love Swazis. I embrace.
When you say it's not
Mtswati.
for you, in what context do you mean? You mean like in terms of audience, in terms of where you want to be or where you want to take your brand to?
Audience number one. And
But I
then
say when you say audience, it's really tricky. It's very tricky when you say audience because akhona manika siyawalalela, manika siyawalalela manika. We listen to hip hop. It's just that
but do you guys
How
pay
you-
for hip hop though?
do we pay?
Yeah, you don't. Do you pay hip hop? Do you pay?
How do you
Would
pay
you walk
hip-hop?
into? Do you guys stream?
Of course,
Are you
it's
guys on
shit,
Spotify?
gang.
How many people in Swaziland are on Spotify?
Dog.
How many
a lot of
people on
people
Swaziland are
Spotify
streaming
now.
your things?
But would you say-
a lot of people are on Spotify now, dog?
Well,
It's
guys,
2024, gang. A lot of people are on Spotify now.
Yeah, we get, but the
well,
numbers, man.
well, do you guys say that problem is the audience or the problem it is the industry when it comes to Eswatini or Swaziland? Will you say the problem is the fans or the
Before we
problem?
get to the industry or the people, it starts with the product. That's really how it starts. We can't make it seem like putting out shitty products will get you good results.
True.
Start with your product. If your product is good, people will listen.
Yeah, if the product is good, people will listen, but are they going to understand what you're trying to sell them? Because not a lot of people know my music, you get, and they don't know it because I'm not in everyone's face. That's number one. Number two, you're gonna be putting out music and your sound is sounding too international to the point where people are like, oh, this guy is Windan Luna, you know. So you'd rather just appeal to who you want to appeal to, because what I always tell people is the demographic that you want to consume your music, you need to create music for them, because those people are going to die for your music, right?
That is a strong word.
Don't try to create music just to be in everyone's favor. You understand? Don't be that nigga
Make
who
what-
is. Don't be that.
Basically what you're saying is create what you listen to.
Create what you would listen to,
Yeah.
and create for the market that you want to consume your product. Let me make you an example, bro. Yabona Woolworths, they create products for a certain demographic. It's not everyone
True.
who goes there. It's not everyone who consumes their product. So be that.
But
There's
see-
Woolies, there's Pep, right?
But you see, even the place where Woolworths is being placed at, you know, it's suitable for those people like what to figure out selling Woolworths. They're not gonna struggle looking for Woolworths.
Yeah.
Because they know it's to the Sami's land. Same thing with you. You need to place yourself in a situation where people who listen to that type of music can easily find you. And that's what I'm saying about the product. It needs to be placed in a place where you can sell it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's what I'm trying to do actually. By my moving to SA, you understand, just being based that side, you stand a better chance.
There's 10 other people.
Yeah, but are they putting in the work?
There's 10 there are, trust me,
Are they
there's 10
putting
other
in the
people who are
work?
putting in the work. Maybe not as twice as you are, but they know who and who.
Yeah, but man, you know, if the sushi is good, people are going to buy. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. I made it there. I like
Yeah.
the confidence actually.
Yeah. And
So-
then
Sorry, continue.
yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay, I've got a question. So, what's your target demographic and what's your marketing strategy to your target market?
My target demographic is just basically people who listen to hip hop, to not only just, you know, passively listen to it.
Like hip
I'd
hop
like
heads.
to, yeah, hip hop, because I'm like a hip hop artist.
Okay.
You understand? So I make music for the people that listen to hip hop to really just resonate, to be touched by it. You get?
Yeah.
People who understand the struggle of it. I'm not gonna stand here and say, hey, me, I come from the gutter, bro, because I don't. I don't come from the gutter. You understand?
You ain't built that way.
No. I don't come from the gutter. I'm not a gun person. I'm not a thug, bro. Basically.
Nah, you ain't
Not about
gotta
that thug
explain.
life. Yeah,
Yeah.
You understand. So whoever listens to my music needs to understand, good, oh, that guy is actually a human being. He's like a relatable person.
That's a human being.
Yeah, I'm not out here trying to trap, bro. I'm not out here trying to, you know. So my target demographic are people that just understand the spirit of hip hop. Yeah, I'm not trying to be deep or anything like that, but
It sounds
that's
deep.
just, you know. But that's just me. That's just me.
I
That's
feel
who I'm
you.
trying to make music for,
Yeah.
basically.
You answered.
Sweet. Yeah. Thanks.
So you mentioned that you were the last gig you did was Hypnotic.
Yeah,
Did you see that they announced that it's coming back?
the hypnotic fest.
First.
No, I didn't check, bro.
30, is
Let's
it
see.
5 October?
Oh, for real?
4. I think 4 October.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
4 October this year.
Hey, you know, we can't be mad at people for grinding, bro. We cannot.
I mean,
But all I'm saying is, if they do bring it back, that's just my 2 cents. If they do bring it back, they need to bring it back in a way that is 2025. You get. You can't bring back Hypnotic that lost jumped in like 2018. I don't know about it jumping in 2018, but like, and before that. You
So
understand?
when you say bring it back to 2025, you mean
Adopt new
get
shit.
Scott's Mapuma?
Not really Squats Mapuma.
I cannot lie, bro. The piano players bring the people.
Yeah, pianos do bring the people, but all I'm saying about Hypnotic is they need to really just rebrand, man. Because a lot went wrong, man, with that whole show.
Yeah.
You understand? You cannot be, and this is not me, like firing a shot at anyone. You cannot be a person who wants, imagine a manager, right? A person that is managing an artist, but they're also putting out their own music. It's not gonna work. You understand? It's not gonna work. You get? So that's what I'm saying. You
the
cannot
manager
be.
wants to be the
Yeah,
artist.
you cannot manage an artist and then also be an artist.
Trying to be a coach and a player.
Yeah, you cannot be signed by an artist even, because that person is not gonna be okay with you outselling them. You
Damn,
get?
that's crazy.
So that's what I'm saying. Hey, man, I'm not firing shots at anyone. I'm just saying.
What are you saying, man?
If you bring it back in a way that is gonna make sense. Be in the background as the person that is bringing it back. Just handle the admin shit. Let the artists do what they want to do. Let the people that are in the forefront do what they want to do. You get? And I know with me speaking like this, right, is gonna. These are things that a lot of people are afraid to say, bro. But me, I don't really care like that, because I just keep to myself. I do my own thing. I don't, vibe with or mingle with everyone like that. There's no one who knows anything about me. You just know what's, that guy used to dance. That guy is JR. That guy used to do this. That guy is doing this right now. So I'm not trying to buy face.
I
I'm
feel.
just saying.
So what you're saying is basically Sakir needs to be in the background if he wants to do this thing right.
I don't know who needs to be in the background. You check. I don't know the name of the person that needs to be in the background.
It's Swazi
But
time.
whoever is bringing Hypnotic back, bro, they need to bring it back the right way.
But anyways,
Because if they don't, it's gonna be a huge problem.
shout out to Sakira, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Sakira for bringing Hypnotic back. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually looking forward to the rollout. I'm looking forward to the lineup, to seeing who's gonna be on stage and the location also. I'm really excited. I ain't
Where's it
gonna
gonna be? They haven't really announced anything
lie.
yet.
I don't think they've announced. They just announced the
Okay.
dates.
All right. Hold on.
I haven't
I'll
checked the
check.
location. But yeah, we'll find out what's the location. Besides, what are you currently working on in terms of music? And
In terms of
who
music.
are you working with? Yeah.
I think let me just say this, bro. First and foremost, musically, I just like to work with myself.
At Bambel.
Yeah. Almost everything, bro. From like the recording to the everything. My
No
music
collabs.
is just my music.
No collabs. Who you trying to cook up with?
I don't
I mean, we out here. We bully.
I don't really collaborate. You understand? But I've got a song coming out on the 23rd. You heard it here first. Got a song coming out on the 23rd with Grizzly. Yeah, it's like I think that he's a beast with it. Yeah, he's a beast.
Grizzly.
Yeah. Grizzly, I've got a song coming out with him on the 23rd of June, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's called Rent Due. It's me and Grizzly. Yeah, but just wait on it. And then other collaborations. I don't know. The thing that I don't like about Swazi people is they don't really take. If you approach them, right, and be like, bro, can we collaborate on this? They're gonna look at you as if you're approaching them from a point of need. You get? It's as if now this guy that you're just trying to work with has an upper hand. It's like a level above you. So you're beneath them now.
What if they don't like the song?
Yeah, but it's not
Sometimes
really
it
a thing
happens.
of the song. It's just like an ego thing, man. Because if a person comes to you saying, bro, please give me this that you have, you're going to be like, hey, man, hey. You get. So, which is why I don't really like to collaborate much with like Swazi people.
Okay.
And Abatitati serious, bro. I don't even want to lie. You
Damn,
understand?
That
You
sounds
tell a
crazy.
nigga, bro, can we link up on this day at this time? A nigga shows up like 3 hours later. Now you're waiting for that guy.
Ngibani nigga?
No, I'm just saying,
3
bro. I'm just like
hours.
making an example.
crazy.
You
3 hours
understand?
is
So now
crazy.
you're waiting for this guy. Firstly, you've got more followers than this guy. Secondly, you've got better streaming numbers than this guy.
Say lapho.
Thirdly,
Damn.
you're just musically doing better than this person. Why
Than
am
the
I
other
waiting
person.
for you? Yeah, you're musically just doing better than this person. Why am I waiting for you? What is so special about you? Can you just keep time, bro? Let's work.
Yeah, kahle kahle sokuthina sihloniphane.
Hey,
Manje kahloniphane.
hey, let's just respect each other, bro. Because if you call me, I'm gonna come on time, bro. I'm always on time. I make it a point, bro. Time, I keep it.
I
100%.
actually witnessed that he was here before us.
Yeah, hey, bro. But it's not really a train smash because you guys were like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do
you understand?
Do you think, and I quote, "Lokungati kahle," is an industry thing or an artist thing? Is it prevalent in the entire industry? No,
Or it's
it's
just a specific certain-
yes, yeah.
Specific peoples.
I think you don't.
about that tata serious, they'll be there on time, they're going to be receptive to your collaboration, or it's just everyone in the industry is like that.
Yeah. I think people respect what respects them. They don't respect what doesn't respect them. As far as the local industry, it doesn't respect artists alagangwan. You get, so people don't respect the industry. And
What's their
lapho
respect,
bese
though?
sekuba ngazuthi thina we are in the line of fire. The people who actually are trying to respect the craft. We get in the line of fire when people don't respect us. Because right now we feel like, oh guys, this guy is singing melee for this long. And this person knows, would say, oh, it's calm, bro. Me, I'm just making music, upload a lapaga. What's this? What's this thing? Got data file host. I'm gonna upload a data file
Sakhona
host.
manje khathi safal host.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
not
name
gonna
and
get
then
no
it's,
streaming. I don't even have a Spotify profile. I don't care about Apple Music. I'm just releasing. Ngena lapha ka Facebook, ngiyakhipha ingoma. Chai video, we're done. You understand? So the industry doesn't respect my creatives like that. It's a, I don't want to say dead, bro, but Swaziland, the entertainment industry here.
If you had a chance to
Needs a lot
fix
of work.
something, what would you fix?
Hey, bro, you need to fix something that is broken. You understand? Not something that is non-existent. The entertainment industry here is just non-existent. It's not broken, bro. You fix something that is broken. We need to start from scratch in Swaziland. Like build from the ground up.
What are we building though? How are we building it? What do we need? That's what I'm asking.
Firstly, people just need to respect the art. That's all, man. If people respect the art, you're obviously going to get somewhere.
Because here's the thing locally. For some people, it's working for them. Let's not lie to each other. Some people, it's working for them. They're actually doing a good living with this thing,
In Swaziland.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually doing a good living with this thing. They're able to wake up every day and do it, and it pays them. It may not be as consistent, but when it does, it's good money.
Yeah. But what is good money?
It's good money to them.
Yeah, but are they comfortable, bro?
Of course, you're not comfortable. You want more. You can never be comfortable.
My
until
thing is, bro, I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people are maybe afraid to say, especially in Swaziland. Yeah, bro. I myself included, right? We don't have money, bro. We're broke.
and that's fact.
South African artists,
That's fact.
Swazi artists, bro. Do Swazi artists
Okay,
have
as
money?
artists we broke.
Yeah, I'm
guys.
saying, look, like right now, bro. Even the people that were saying are killing it in like the entertainment space in Swaziland, they don't have money, bro. If you're not an Uncle Waffles, if you're not an Amanda DuPont, you cannot be from Swaziland in the entertainment space and say, well, now you have money. Because you don't.
Some of them do, bro. Trust me.
No one has money here, bro.
Some of
That
them
is an
do.
artist.
As an artist,
Yeah. I don't think.
M200.
I don't, bro.
You don't know M2 Clipper?
No, I
Are
don't.
you sure you're from Bremer?
Yeah. Bro, I haven't been
Oh,
there.
you haven't touched
yeah,
Bremer in a
you know.
minute.
Yeah, but like,
You should ask around about M2 Clipper.
If
He's
he
got
had
money.
money, we'd know him.
but like,
What you mean? If you had money, you would know him.
Bro, we're talking money, bro. You know,
All my partners know M2 Clip.
like we talk money, bro. I mean, if we call up M2 Clipper right now, ne, and say, yo, M2, do you have 100K in your account right now? Do you think you'd have it?
Blacky doesn't have 100K in his account.
Yeah, but he's got other shit on the side that sums up to 100K.
But what I was pretty much trying to ask you is that you're saying the local industry is dead. Yeah, it might be dead, but if we were to fix it, if we are saying right now we are actually doing something about it, that's what I was trying to get out of you.
I think
What do you think when as the other person ucabanga ukuthi yini le ngaqala nasicala siyena singaqala ngayo?
I think for me, la ngaqala khona, bro, is senguthi nje, you know, hulumende utokhala ngemali. You know, I don't want to get political or anything like that, but just pump in money into the art. You know, not only yeah, bro, there is nothing that stresses me about Swazi art and the entertainment space more than arts and culture.
Yeah.
I feel like they're really not looking out for the Swazi creatives. There's no programs that are, you know, creative based. There's no workshops. There's
There are
nothing,
actually
bro. They
workshops.
aren't really pumping money into this whole thing like that.
Now,
And I
my
feel like,
workshops are called.
yeah, but do people attend?
Yeah, I attend that to this now.
Yeah, but like, even if you do attend, bro, is there anything that is heavy that you get from that? Is there anything of substance?
Tangible. Is there
Yeah,
anything
that
tangible?
you get from like,
I think it really
the
depends
workshops.
on you, but they do really give out the information. Literally last week we had Mele Hladze. He was updating us about the copyrights locally, saying Sbanjela Lama artist. Have you registered?
no, bro, I
See,
haven't,
that's part of the things
because
you need
I
to
don't
do.
know anything.
You're not really tapped in like that, so
I'm
you
not
have
really
to.
tapped in like that because no one is urging me to tap in like that.
We ain't gotta urge you, Ken. This is your career, man.
It is, yes. So if it is my career, why not just go look for greener pastures somewhere else? Because I know for a fact, Johnny lo blagangwan, bu brown. Everyone lo funa kudla.
I'm a prema.
But like treat it as if everyone uyinkomo ne. And
I
sonke
feel
sifuna
you.
kudla John.
Yeah.
But bu brown, dog.
I not everywhere though.
Who is herding the cows? Who is herding letting leti, bro? Who is taking letting leti etibin? Who is taking letting leti to go drink mad? Who is giving food to letting leti? It's not our responsibility to feed ourselves. You understand? As artists, arts and culture should provide the necessary means for us to have full bellies. See, now we are artists. We have the art. We're going to give you the art. We're going to give you quality music. But when as arts and culture, are you going to make sure there's revenue streams? Are you going to make sure we get paid from that art? Are you going to make sure when my song drops and it's hard, bro, right? Are you going to make sure you urge everyone to submit their music, and you have individuals behind closed curtains selecting hot songs in the country? Or involutoyenda is just say wena low radio personality ngicela ukubhadala nang 200 on the side, ngicela ukuthi umane ungifakele the song. You understand?
Abayidlali mos.
Yeah, they don't even play the song.
Ngadlala ekuseni.
Imagine how many songs, bro, are in this country that are dope that we don't even know.
But do the guys actually submit the songs to the email elevator?
Who even looks at that email, bro?
They do look at the email. Some of them do reply, bro.
Sam,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's not really as bad as you think it is. It's really not.
I personally think it is. And the one thing that scares me the most is a lot of people think it isn't as bad as it actually
It's
is.
really not. There's progress. We'll get there.
When though?
We just have to work towards each other. 70 side. But still fair.
I hope.
When Dlamini, do you feel like, are you speaking from experience? Could say the reception you got and all of that? Like when a
Yeah, I'm
personally
speaking from experience.
career, yeah.
I'm speaking of. Are we talking about radio or are we talking about
Everything.
everything? There's a few good people and then there's bad apples.
Okay, let's make an example. You've got the hardest track right now. What has that brought you? What has that transcended to?
To money.
Other than the money, bro.
I mean, besides the money, what else do I need?
Are you getting the money?
Not as much as I should.
Are
but
you being put
we
into
did-
spaces where you can get the money?
Nah, I'm not.
Then, bro,
I'm not.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. You see what the problem is, bro?
Then the grass is brown.
Yeah, the grass is brown. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Not everywhere. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not.
Check, bro. You know, even if the grass is not brown everywhere, right? But how many people have access to green grass? That's my question. Green grass should be meant for everyone, bro. There's more than enough grass here. There's more than enough for everyone to just, indulge, bro. But the entertainment sector of this whole thing is just like holding on to that. It's like they don't want us to. Abakuthatha serious here when you're just making music. No one respects you, bro. Bro. So what next? When you uvuka nje wathi grapper nje wathi in. You even get to a point where you feel like, yeah, maybe this is not, because I know for a fact, for sure, Waga was a plan for work.
Homie,
yeah.
She currently, yeah.
You check what I'm saying, bro. You check what I'm saying. There's cats in South Africa who've never applied for work because the entertainment sector there just permits. You could be the wackest nigga. If you put in the work, you're gonna get the money. But yeah, you can be the best. And even if you put in the work, bro, you're gonna apply for a job. You see?
There's other people.
So you understand what I'm saying, bro? I hear you saying it's not as bad as it actually is, but for me personally, it is very bad. It is very bad.
Yeah, for artists, yeah.
Yeah, but me, I'm saying, bro, it's bad, bro. It is bad, dog.
But I think it also, your goals also have a factor into as to how you
maneuver.
Yeah. No, how you think of the industry, right? So if you're dreaming big, vele you'll see this industry bangazuthi no, right? But then if someone isn't thinking outside the box, you're gonna say, it's not bad,
That's what I was saying, bro.
What you trying to say about me, Ken?
Nothing, I'm just stating facts.
Yeah, but it goes back to what I was saying, Guti. Some people just make music for the vibes.
I mean, we gotta vibe with everything we do. We have to.
I'm not
vibe,
making music for the vibes, bro. I'm making music to get paid, and I'm doing everything in my power to get to the money.
True.
You understand? So, if you take yourself seriously, if you take your craft seriously, if you take your music seriously, if you're not doing it just for the vibes, go to it, not to it. Oh, that guy raps. That guy has a hot song in Swaziland. Name anyone in this country who had a hot song in this country who is of substance outside of this country. No one.
Outside is a little bit tricky now.
Outside, bro. Mozambique, South Africa. I'm not saying outside Gucci states, here in Africa, bro. Is there anyone that is a Swazi artist who had a very dope song and it got to a point where, besides Sands,
I was about to say Sands.
Besides Sands, bro. Because you really just, yeah, man, I applaud that nigga. But I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, Sands. Sands is the only one that I know. You get. Who had a very dope song in the country that did a lot of magic outside of the country.
It's like cosa.
Tenderness.
Oh yeah,
With
and Tender, yeah.
That cosa was playing on SAPC 1, bro.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Aisha Tender.
Gakoza is the one
Tender killed it.
Young Zeshne.
Yeah.
I can get my song at SABC 1.
You can.
Yeah.
Actually, if you can,
I can get my song on Channel O. I can get my song on MTV. It doesn't mean it's
Doesn't generate into money.
Yeah, it doesn't generate into money.
It's how it's really how
all you need to do is just pay to
You
get
gotta
your
pay?
music there. You pay, bro.
Nah, I ain't paying for none.
That's
man.
all you do. You check. There's people who plug you with these things. And your song being on these platforms doesn't mean your song is like legit like that. Because how many people in SA do you think care about Ikumbi Lega cause? They don't even know that cause, bro.
Yeah, true.
Hey, so it only appeals to like the Swazi demographic, Swazi market, you know. And I, for one, don't think I have like fans or people who follow my music that care about kum lesuke mbabana, bro. Kuthi nyalo say break it down lapha kakhoza or le kum kuthi hamba kancane or my people, they don't care, bro.
I really believe in order for us to stand out,
Yeah.
we have to bring in something new into the market, right? And having to speak about dog. These guys tell us about Josie. These guys tell us about Pitora. They tell us about Boso Shangovi. We've never been there.
But you know
but
the
we
place.
listen. I don't know the place. I've never been there. I know because they say 25K, it talks about Pitora, it talks about 018, they talk about everything. That's their lifestyle. That's how they live.
Yeah.
You know? And local artists shouldn't talk about Josie and don't leave Josie. They talk about Gakos because that's how they live. You know?
I hear you, my bro.
And that thing is relatable to it may be relatable to, but let's not forget, Swazis are all over the world now. It's no longer like just local people, you know. That's why you can have a young Zech who went to Taiwan for a gig, because there's a lot of Swazis in Taiwan.
Yeah, we get that, bro. I
know.
get where you're coming from with the whole thing of talking about Gakoza
So
and
what I'm pretty much saying is we cannot make music of things we don't live. Like I cannot talk about LA. I never been to LA, bro.
no, I totally
But I wanna go to
understand,
LA.
bro. Right?
Yeah.
But you cannot be something that you've known all your life, because if your main goal is to just become what you've always known, then you're going to stay where you are. You want to go to LA, ne? What better way to go to LA than appeal to the LA market?
But there's 10 people who are appealing to the LA market, and the LA market is tired of hearing the same thing.
Yeah, but what's gonna make you different?
It's because how I sound. I sound Eurasian. I don't sound like any of these guys. I sound like me. And when I get to LA and they're like, who's this boy who doesn't sound like any of the things we listen to LA?
Yeah,
when they mess with that,
But are they understanding you?
of course, the language barriers everywhere.
How many songs are on
Language
your phone?
barriers everywhere. Afrobeats is taking over and they're doing that thing with their own language.
How many songs are on your phone right now, bro? Right? That are in French.
None.
How many songs are on your phone?
Only two
How
or
many
three.
songs are on your phone right now that are in Xhosa?
I ain't counting, but I got a few.
Songs that are on your phone that are in Chinese.
None.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to go to China
The
though.
world is way bigger than Swaziland. Swaziland is just like a drop in the ocean. You understand? And if you're gonna try take Swaziland to the world, it's gonna be a very, very hard and long process.
Okay.
Rather bring the world to Swaziland, which is what some of us are trying to do. We want to appeal to an international market so that when we get the recognition, we tell them, hey, me, I'm from this minuscule place that is in Africa. Yambona waffles, bro. I really applaud that girl. I really applaud that girl, bro, because she's really beating the shit out of these guys that are South African. She's running things, bro. And she's Swazi. She's Swazi, bro. Do you see the difference in what we are trying to do? Imagine if Waffles only did collaborations with like Swazi vocalists, Atate only people that do piano in Swaziland. Do you think she'd pop off how she is right now?
With the target market she has right now.
She wouldn't pop off, bro.
You think so?
Oh yeah, with the target market that she has right now, ne? With the following and the fan base that she has right now. And she got to that point by bringing the world to Swaziland. She didn't say, hey, Mina, I make Swazi piano, so listen to me. But right now she can convert people from there and bring them here by saying, there's vocalists in Swaziland that are just as good as Babalwa M. There's vocalists in Swaziland that are just as good as, whoever's killing it in South Africa right now. Give them an ear, lend them an ear. And then people are going to really tap into your sound, which is what we are trying to do. But you're going to get overlooked for trying to do that. Because it's a very steep climb, bro.
Okay, guys, bottom line is no longer Swati music to the world, it's world to the Swati music.
Yeah. Bring the world here. Bring the world here, bro. But that's just me. That's just my 2 cents, man.
That's
agree
really
with
just
that.
what he's trying to say in a and I understand you. There shouldn't really be one direction towards it. We can all do different things, and just if it meets, it meets. If it
If it works for
doesn't,
you,
if it works for
yeah,
you,
stick
just
to
keep
that,
doing it.
bro.
You know,
Yeah, stick to what works for you, man.
I don't know. I'm trying to be in touch with the conscious rap of what you guys are really trying to make. So if I'm new to this, who do I need to listen to?
Where?
I mean, like artists that
Generally.
you would suggest, yeah.
I don't know, man. You really need to
Who do
just
you listen
to? Surprisingly enough, bro, I don't really have people that I listen to like that, right? But Kendrick, like one of like the goats according to me, because is my opinion. You understand? So according to me, I think Kendrick is like the go-to guy. But you need to backtrack with everyone. If you're new to something, you can't just jump on it right now. You need to really just do the work, go back, understand what it was back then, and kind of like catch up with it.
I say, oh, this catalog on Alex. We're just catching what they came. I swear.
Yeah, we are,
I
but
swear, bro.
it's not a lot of people who are giving us things that are of substance. You get? It's not a lot of people who are
Define
giving us
substance, because your substance cannot be my substance.
Substance is quality, bro. I'd like to believe quality is the same throughout.
Nah, quality is what we're getting. Context is not what we get. It's good quality, trust me. The quality, it's on point. The 808 is on point. The sound's on point. It's
Yeah,
just like
but
the context.
The problem, bro. The problem is even if it's quality and context need to coexist. You can't have context if you don't have quality. You can't have context if you don't have quality. And you can't have quality if you don't have context.
You can have quality without context.
I don't know. I don't think anything that lacks context is quality.
Okay, now here's another thing. There's also a better in the context. You're gonna have an artist like Lil Dicky. He has his own target market. He talks about jerking off and people like that. Personally, I'm not a fan, but whatever he makes for his people is there. They like it, So we can't then say because the context he's talking about is no longer quality. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, I hear you. But I'm not saying you cannot get paid from having no context. You understand? You can get paid from having no context because there's some people who fuck with no context. I'm just not them. You get? And with Lil Dicky it's who Lil Dicky. Oh yeah. The guy that did a track with Snoop Dogg, né?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that guy has a market that is big enough to sustain him. You understand? That's the tricky part. When being in Swaziland, is your market big enough to sustain you financially? No. But him, he can talk about jerking off, he can talk about perks, he can talk about all that shit because he has a market that is big enough to give him the money to be self-sufficient. But for you in Swaziland, you're not going to be self-sufficient because your market here is just like 10 guys. It's just like 10 guys who want to trap. It's just like 10 guys who want joints. You get? So they're not going to pay you. You're not going to get money from those guys.
How tapped in are you locally?
I'm not tapped in locally.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, to just sum it all up, I am definitely not tapped in locally. And that isn't to say they don't deserve anyone else being tapped in. It's just me. I am not tapped in.
I feel you. I feel you. Before we wrap up the show, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Hey man, I think more than anything, bro, everyone should just get to a point where they respect everything that they're doing. You know, because when you start respecting yourself, you're gonna earn respect from people who never even respected you in the first place.
Bro, who's the guy who
Nah, it's not even that, bro. I think people just need to understand, Gucci, this is serious. Like, it's really serious, bro.
Yeah,
At some point, your life is gonna stop.
true.
And you don't wanna look back and say, bro, I wish I
Living on
did that.
regrets.
I wish I lived this type of life. If you wanna go out there, bro, spaz, do whatever it is that you wanna do. Go out there and do that. If it works for you, it works for you. And what works for you might not work for me. What you like, I might not like.
True.
Do what you like, do what works for you. At the end of the day, get paid. Because without the man, it's gonna be a very tough life that you live. That's all I'm saying.
Without the money, you ain't nothing, my brother. Anyways, we've come to the end of our podcast. Don't forget to catch us next time, same place, same meet, different guest. I am your host with the most, Babdlamini.
The other person.
We
the
are
other person,
officially out. That was fire.
Hey, bro. Hey,
I am a politician.
nah, I'm just introspective, bro.